Our next guest is no stranger to Houston life. The New York Times bestselling author has been on our sofa before promoting her young adult novels. But today she's focusing on a project she calls historic and groundbreaking.
J.Elle, who grew up in 3rd Ward, has a new book coming out inspired by Disney's upcoming live-action remake of The Little Mermaid. J.Elle is here now, and her new book is called The Little Mermaid Against the Tide. Welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be back.
Absolutely. And so first, it's a childhood classic. Tell us, how does it feel to be a part of the project?
It's unreal. I was really shocked when I got the email from my agent saying, so Disney has a live-action remake coming out of The Little Mermaid. I think I actually gasped and probably dropped something because I'm very clumsy. And they were interested in a story that sort of explains what Ariel's life was like before the film. So I honestly thought it was a dream. And then they're like, no, actually, you can write this. And I was like, really? I just get to decide what Ariel's life was like? So yeah, it's been really fun.
And you've described it as the story before the story that we all know and love. There's been a lot of buzz surrounding this film after Halle Berry was cast as Ariel. So
Halle Bailey,
yeah. Excuse me. How did
Just as fabulous.
Just as fabulous. Two different people, I can confirm that. How did you prepare to write this book?
So interestingly enough, some of the early things that I did was I've, of course, watched Little Mermaid countless times. I was able to read the script ahead of time so that I could see, exactly what the movie was going to be like. And then I really just started in the idea phase. I knew that I was going to explore a story without romance because, of course, the romance in The Little Mermaid is Prince Eric and Ariel. So instead, I focused on the sister relationships. So that's where I started. I thought, how could I make a story about 7 sisters really fun and entertaining?
Right, right. And we know that there's themes. I mean, everybody is familiar with The Little Mermaid, and there are themes of divided families, heartbreak, mystery. Break some of that down for us and how you incorporated in that in the book.
So it all started with me with a question about Ariel's mother, because we don't ever really get to talk about Ariel's mother in The Little Mermaid. Huh. And so I wanted to know, I'm like, they're so happy and jovial in the film. Have they dealt with their grief over their mother? Like, where is she? What is she? And so I wanted to explore that. I wanted to decide those things and really give these sisters an opportunity to bicker and do like typical sister things. 7 sisters is a lot of sisters. And then also give them an opportunity to really dig into what happened to their mom and why, and how does that tie into Ariel's confidence to break the water in the Little Mermaid film.
Oh, okay. That is a really
I never
good
even
tease.
thought about it.
I know.
I want to know now.
The daughters of Triton, but you're right. The mother
Where's the mom?
Where is the mom?
So.
Okay, so obviously we know that Houston is a large, diverse city, brimming with creativity. Can you tell us just about your writing process? Because to me, it seems like it might be difficult, especially when you know you have Disney's eyes on you, and they're like, okay, write this book. It's got to be great. Go.
They were really, really gracious. They gave me some guidelines, but they really let me explore, which I really liked. Because sometimes when you do projects where there's an established world already, you don't have a lot of freedom. But they were really, really great about that part. And so what I really started with is what felt true with sister relationships. And I looked at some of the most amazing sister relationships. So I have a few sisters, quite a few. And then I have just friends with sisters. And I looked at what do I see in and around my city? I see lots of diversity here. There's amazing diversity in the film. And so I wanted to just kind of play with the nuance of those relationships. And I wanted to, there's the sisters who can complete each other's sentences. There's the 2 sisters that are always partners in crime. And so I just played around with exploring all of that diversity and creativity, giving each of the sisters their own quirks, their favorite cuisines, and making all of in the book we travel to various oceans. And so making each of the oceans creative. So one of the oceans, for example, has icicle seaweed. So it's a frozen ocean, if you will. So just playing with fun stuff like that, because like you said, Houston has so much diversity, and you can drive to different parts of the town, and you're like, wow, I feel like I've left the city. I'm in a new place. So I tried to bring that to the book.
And we know that you're extremely busy all the time. What's next for you? I know you have a new book coming out.
I do. So my new trilogy is House of Marion, which is out August 29th from Penguin Random House. It is incredible. It's an epic trilogy with about a social elite club of debutantes who are secretly magical.
Cool. All right. Well, J.Elle, it's always great seeing you and catching up, and we are just so thrilled for all your success. Congrats.
Thank you so much.
And The Little Mermaid Against the Tide is available for pre-order right now everywhere books are sold. If you want to connect with J.Elle, visit HoustonLife.tv and look for the Scene On section.